Get it. Yeah, there you go.
That's right.
That's what I wanted to hear. Welcome, everyone. Tuesday, March 10th. I'm Seth Phillips, and of course, for the first time, in the seat next to me. Yes. Not on the show. Toby, you've been on the show before, but the first time with me on the show, Toby Brown.
It's happening today, right now.
How do you feel?
I'm feeling pretty excited.
Literally,
about this.
how do you feel? Because people are dropping like flies around this place. Seriously, Jennifer Palumbo, day 2, she's got some virus. We don't know which one. We're hoping it's not the one that we've been talking about. No, I think it's just hopefully something that it can be cured.
Yes.
But Tom Ackerman, we've heard him all morning. He's had that deep voice, what's it, that sultry voice. He's already got that sultry voice.
Yes.
But today it was even more so.
Was he like Barry White or was it Tom Ackerman? I don't know. I could not tell.
Regardless, everyone was intrigued. But I think he's going to take tomorrow off too, so I'll be back on the weather tomorrow morning. I mean, yeah, make sure you get
You're
you some
making me paranoid,
wipes.
Seth. Jeez, what is going on
We're just going to
here?
construct our, because you can't get masks anymore, so we're just going to construct our own out of the. How do you feel about this?
I feel pretty exotic.
I feel like my
my
makeup is going to run now at this point.
I feel like I'm a genie or something with
I was about
this.
to
I
say.
feel like I should be like.
You just came out of a lamp, didn't you?
Yes, I'm here to grant you 3 wishes. 1 wish is already done. Hosting also with me alongside of you.
I know, and there was one time we were going to host, and then I think the impeachment trial kind of messed everything up.
Daggone
So we did
those.
a little recording at one point. But
We did.
But that's all right. Now
But
we're
this
here,
is- yes.
live on the desk. I also wanted to ask you, I've been hearing that someone in your family does a pretty spot-on impression of me.
Would that be?
I need to know the story on that.
Jewel Brown. Dun dun dun.
Okay.
Okay, so she is my mother.
Yep.
As most of you all know that out there.
Is she
Hello,
watching
Mom, who's
today?
Watching. Yes, she is.
Oh, wonderful.
And I'm telling you, she is pretty daggone spot on. I'm gonna see. I think she's got her nerve up. I talked to her yesterday.
Okay.
To do the Seth impression.
I want to see it. I think the world wants to see it.
The world needs to see more of her anyway. So
Absolutely.
to have Jewel as Seth, I think that's going to be awesome. I don't know if we should do like the fake beard or not. That might, you know what I mean?
all
I was thinking maybe she should, because she was like, first thing she said was, how are we going to do a mustache and beard?
Well, I'll tell you this right now. If she decides to go with the fake beard, I have a plethora. I have a smorgasbord. I have just a whole case of beard.
A slew.
There you go. Of beard-related products that she could borrow if she would like, just to get the effect down. And then I want to get. We at least need a video of this impression. To
No,
see
this is going
how
down.
spot on it is.
This is going down. Mom, here is your challenge. I challenge you to come in.
What is that? Is that your-
This
is that your
my
politician?
campaign. Yes, this
Is that
is
your
my
politician?
campaign
All
thumb.
right.
It can't be this. It has to barely peep
So
up.
you're
just
not
so you
you're
know.
not
No,
giving
it's
people
never
the
this,
thumbs up.
Seth.
What
No.
does this do? Is this like?
This is the power thumb. You don't
power
mess
thumb.
with it.
Good
So
Lord.
when I'm challenging you, Mom,
Okay.
to come in here and do Seth.
What's that impression?
I don't know, Bill
I love
Clinton.
it.
I don't know. I don't know. That was just my president voice. It was a.
So you just got
that was
impressions
just-
running all over your family.
Yes, that's
love
true.
it.
Yeah,
I love
She's
it.
pretty daggone good though, so we're gonna get that. We're gonna
I
make that
can't
happen.
wait to see it. I think
Yes.
it's going to be fun. Speaking of things that we don't, well, I tell you what, this right here in front of us is something that I haven't seen in probably 20 years. At least not in an abode of which I've lived in. Do you know what this is?
I, of course, know what this is. See, here's the thing. This is the short version, first of all.
Okay.
For those of you all out there, you know what I mean. If you did not have a cord that went from the kitchen, like all the way back to the bedroom, you have to have a long cord because this was on the wall, Seth. I know this is pre-Seth, but this is not pre-Toby, okay?
When do you think I was born?
I don't know, but after
We had
me,
a landline when I lived. When I was a kid, we had a landline. Now, okay,
Wow.
that could just be my parents were like, we don't want to cut the cord. You know, what is that sorcery that they have? These cordless telephones. What is that? No. And maybe they just stuck around with the landline a little longer than normal. But hey, we had one. And I remember my mom, because like the dining room was right next to the kitchen, she'd go sit in the dining room and go talk to whoever she was talking to. But yeah, so this is apparently what a landline phone looks like.
Yes.
For all you millennials out there watching.
Yes, this is one in the flesh.
You used to have to
I have
turn
the
a
clear.
dial
Yes.
to call someone back in the day. The rotary
Yes.
phone is what they called that.
And I tell you what,
Mm-hmm.
this is when you knew you were cool. They had clear phones, and they were neon.
Right.
And I don't know if they were like, do you remember Spencer's? Or
oh, yeah,
I don't know if they sold it at Spencer's or not.
I'm sure they did. They sold everything at Spencer's.
But they had like the neon glow. I thought I was the coolest.
Oh, I bet.
Mine was blue.
You had a cordless phone that lit up like that?
It was, the whole thing was like acrylic and clear, and inside was like blue or hot pink.
You are officially the coolest person I know.
You know.
You're
welcome, Seth. You're welcome.
I think we had to say something about Alexander Graham Bell. He had the first one back in the day. I think his first words to it was like, "Hey, Watson, come see what I've done." I'm pretty sure that was, I'm paraphrasing a bit, but he was like, "Hey, Watson, come see." And or maybe that was Samuel Morse.
No,
I don't know.
I think you're getting your little history turned around right there. That's okay.
You know what?
We'll just remove
We're going to pretend like that's what he said. We have a day to get dedicated to that. By the way, it's the National Landline Day. I can't think of a more useless thing to have a day for. But hey, if that's what you want to celebrate, go talk on a landline phone. All right. We also have a special guest today, 5-year-old Ella. We showed you a cell phone, or we showed a cell phone and a landline to see if she knew what they were. Here's her answer.
What is it? What kind of phone is this? Do you know what they call it? Like a cell phone? Yes, cell phone? Okay. What is this? You don't know? Have you ever seen one before? You want to pick it up? It's a phone. I don't know. You've never probably seen one of these, have you?
Oh my gosh, how adorable.
Well, she's too cute, but she has no idea like what to expect. Like, do I pick it up?
Yeah, just like my parents, whenever there was a cordless phone, they were like, "What is this sorcery?" I think that's exactly what she's thinking.
Do you remember the antenna on the cordless phone? It was like so long. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I used to beat my brothers with it. That's what it was. That was my whatever you call it. Here you go. Yeah, you stole my micro machines. Boom, that's what you get.
Did you have an older brother or younger?
Both.
Oh my God. Hold on, are you the middle child?
Middle child.
Oh, right. That explains a lot,
everything, doesn't it?
Kentucky.
I've got middle child syndrome like you wouldn't believe.
Well, I was the baby, Seth. I'm just saying.
That explains a lot too. All right, it's day 2 as we celebrate Week of Madness, sponsored by CSGA. We've been asking It's On viewers to show us how true blue they are. Kathy Roy sent this picture rocking out in visor and shades. Check that out.
I love her. I love her shades. I love it too. And then also we have Robin McKinley Tucker. She shared this photo of her true blue pooch.
Oh yeah, I think it's wearing a hat.
Show us how true blue that you are and share your pictures on our It's On Facebook page.
Really just great pictures all around. And I feel like we still haven't found that quintessential true blue. Like, we need you to send in your photos.
What do you want someone to do, Seth? Like,
if they don't look as good as I did on the show back a few weeks ago.
With the blue wig?
With the wig and the onesie. Come on, we need photos like that.
We need more wigs and onesies in this world.
All right, we're going to go ahead and take a look at what's on now. A Louisiana woman back in my home state, get this, was arrested on drug charges after police say she used $5,000 cash, which they described as having a strong odor of marijuana, to post another inmate's bail. The incident happened on Friday. According to authorities, 33-year-old Stormy Lynn Parfait showed up to jail to pay the bond fee for an inmate who was being held on, get this, on drug charges. According to police, a detective caught a whiff of the cash. After searching her car and home, Parfait was arrested and now faces numerous drug charges.
I don't even know what to say about that. First of all,
come on, Louisiana.
Miss Parfait.
Parfait.
That's your hometown, boo. That's you gonna claim them. That's your hometown.
Louisiana, you're making me look bad, guys. Come on, we gotta get it together. All right, come on, get it.
But actually, I kind of think that's really bogus. I mean, really. I mean, I'm sorry that I could have just gotten a big withdrawal from an ATM. And or from the bank.
How many ATMs have you gotten money from that have smelled like marijuana?
It doesn't matter. I used to live in California. Maybe Snoop Dogg cruised by there and made a deposit before. I don't know, Seth, okay?
Yeah, you're totally right. But I just feel like it's not an everyday occurrence.
It's not. No, it's not. All right. Wheel of Fortune will stop taping with a live studio audience indefinitely. Dun, dun, dun. A source tells CNN this precaution against the coronavirus, Sony produces Wheel of Fortune, and it's also behind Jeopardy! That show is reportedly considering a similar move. Experts say people who are older or who have underlying health issues are at greater risk from this virus. Wheel of Fortune host Pat Sajak is 73. He had surgery back in November. Jeopardy! Host Alex Trebek is 79, and poor thing is battling pancreatic cancer.
That's sad.
That's very sad.
It's a staple, you know, to have a live studio audience on these game shows.
I totally agree, and I totally remember my grandmother would watch the Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy! Every single day.
Oh, yeah.
She did not miss an episode.
Oh, I believe it.
And it's still on, so,
sure.
you know.
I remember whenever I'd go to my grandparents' house, like when they'd babysit me, they always watched their stories, okay? And I never did want to watch the stories, so I'd go play with toys. But when Wheel of Fortune came on, and what's the other one with Bob Barker?
Price is Right.
Price is Right. Yeah. Okay, I don't watch it anymore, obviously. But yeah, I was glued to the TV, and then of course, Days of Our Lives would come on. I'm like, man, can't.
Yes.
Not about it. All right, a federal appeals court ruled Led Zeppelin did not rip off the classic Stairway to Heaven opening guitar riff from another band. A lawsuit claimed Led Zeppelin stole it from a song called Taurus by the band Spirit, released 3 years before Stairway. The case has been going through the courts for several years. You may have heard about it. The Ninth Circuit Court's decision reinstates a 2016 verdict that it was not a copyright infringement. That decision was overturned by a 3-judge panel in 2018, citing improper jury instructions, and a new hearing was ordered. The Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals in San Francisco reheard the case in front of an 11-judge panel, good Lord, and issued its ruling Monday. The plaintiff's attorney says he is disappointed in the outcome and, of course, is considering yet another appeal. So this could keep going on for another 50 years.
Yeah, that's so ridiculous. Just, you know, first of all, they're geniuses. I love Led Zeppelin. I love that song. I think they're just brilliant and awesome. Just let it go.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just like...
If it won, just...
At a certain point in time, I mean, something is just going to sound like another something. So, whatever, you know, just consider it consider it an homage to what you've made, the art that you've created, if you will.
All right, and moving on to a police officer in Virginia says that he never imagined all the attention that he would get after posting a video of himself singing. The video went viral, garnering more than 1 million views on Facebook. The clip is Richmond police officer Mervyn Mayo's rendition of The Best of Me. Mayo says that he posts videos all the time and had no idea that this one would generate such a buzz. He started singing in the church choir when he was about 8 or 9 years old.
Oh my gosh.
That's where it all starts, Seth. I'm just telling you right now. If most people started singing in church.
Yeah, I believe it.
You know,
well, think about all the rock stars back in the 50s. You know, they all were brought up in the church, and you know, the choirs and all that, and gospel music was huge. It still is.
Exactly, still is. And so a lot of them have their roots there. So I'm not surprised that he started singing in church.
A beautiful voice, though.
He sounds awesome too.
All right, Krispy Kreme shops are serving up a St. Patrick's Day inspired donut. Some existing flavors are getting splashes of green for the holiday, and leprechaun trap what will be on the menu. Those are covered in what looks like gold and filled with Irish cream. Oh my goodness. So the chain says they're good for catching the mischievous mythical creatures, because you'll probably be seeing a few if you've had quite a bit. Participating locations will offer the donuts starting March 14th. They'll be available through St. Patrick's Day.
Okay, this is going to sound really funny. Nobody ever believes me, but this is true. I am 5% Irish. I had my DNA done.
Are you really?
Yes. I only recently last year started celebrating St. Patrick's Day because of my 5%.
That's
so I'm
awesome.
just going to represent for all
so you've got a day coming up?
Yes, I have a day coming up. Yes.
Do you get all decked out for it? I bet
no,
you do.
I'm not like cray-cray. You know what? I know.
Should.
It's only 5%. You know what I mean?
That's 5% more than me. You need to celebrate that.
Okay, I will rock out. I'll do it. My gosh. Well, what do you want from me? A leprechaun tattoo?
Everything.
Fine.
You may have noticed why I'm wearing this blindfold.
Well,
put yours on. Let's go.
Okay,
Come on.
What are we
we're
doing?
running out of
What are
time
we doing?
here.
How can I read the script and do this? Okay, hold on.
In case you didn't know, Sprite has come out with a new flavor. It's called Sprite Ginger. They've been hitting it hard on the advertisements. It's supposed to taste a lot like Ale-8, at least that's what some are claiming. So we're going to take a blind test and to see if we can guess which one is which. I don't know why we need blindfolds. They're in 2 cups that are not labeled, so it's not
It just
like
makes
we're really
it more
going to
fun
know.
and interesting. Here I
But
go.
it
I'm
does.
doing it.
So,
I'm doing
okay.
it. Hold on. Let me see. I'm grabbing the one on the left first. No, the one on the right. Lord, I can't even. Okay.
All right,
One
we'll
on the
do
right.
One on the right.
Okay.
Ooh, I think I know.
I know
Hold
too.
on, hold on.
Already know too. Already know too. Hold on.
Done and done.
Okay, yeah.
One of them is Coke Vanilla, so we already got that wrong. And I'm going to go with this one is probably the Sprite Ginger, the one in my right hand. Okay. What did you get?
So I'm already knowing what it is. The L8 is the one. This one right here is what I'm going to guess.
Sprite.
Shablam!
I got it wrong. Or did I get it right? I don't remember. See, I've already gotten it wrong.
Kentucky-ness me. It's okay, Seth.
That's the most beautiful thing I've ever